What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. That's what we're here to talk about. I want to say I don't know why I don't never check the actual episode number before I start on these goddamn reviews. It's the most annoying thing. You would think that I would have myself prepared for it before I get up here. Let me see what episode number this is. But this is episode number 8, season 14, episode number 8. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, episode number 8. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, so with that, oh, I'm sorry. So with that being said, y'all, before we even get into anything else, um, let's talk about a couple of things that we got coming up. Now, tomorrow is the Whether You Like It or Not panel, of course, and it will be sitting right over there, right over there on giving you the Real Tease channel. Yes, indeed, it will be right on over there. We're gonna be having us a good time over there. Anytime we're over there at Terrence's house, we have a good time. So be on the lookout for the Whether You Like It or Not panel with me, Terrence, Sakina, um who else? Me, Terrence, Sakina, really be in Josiah won't be there, but Reggie will be sitting in his spot until he comes back. Because Josiah is in the process of moving right now. So he got a lot of things going on. So be on the lookout for Reggie to be sitting in his spot until he comes back. Okay. So and also this week is the return of Roasted Review. We've been gone for 2 weeks. I was out of town. Terrence was sick. Then I had that impromptu interview with Kiki on last Wednesday, so we didn't get to come back for it last Wednesday. So we'll be back officially this Wednesday for Roasted Review. Okay, and we will be talking about, of course, Love and Marriage Huntsville, a show that we cannot stand to discuss. But you know, y'all love to tune in, y'all love to see it. And that's all that really matters. Okay. So right now, let's go ahead and get into the review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And no, I am not showing my face because I literally just woke up. I'm still getting shit out of my eyes. And I had to come back and watch the show this morning. Because you know the BET Awards came on last night. So I didn't get a chance to really sit down and watch it last night. Because by the time the BET Awards was over, I went live with my best friend. So after that, you know, I said, fucking, I'm going to sleep. And that's exactly what happened. I took my ass to fucking sleep. Okay. So without any further ado, let's get into the review. So we're going to open up this thing with Sonya. Now, Sonya and her sister are talking. And Sonya is basically talking about the fact that Ross wants another baby, but she doesn't really want another baby. Ross has a business in Austin. He has to travel back and forth to Austin. Sometimes he's gone for like weeks at a time. She don't really get to see him, and he misses out on a lot of time with her and the baby. So she feels as though with her having another baby, it won't be conducive to their marriage. You know, they already have issues with time and with time management right now, being that they have one child, but 2 kids would be a different situation. And even though Sonya has her sister, she got her mom and her father there with her at the house, she still feels that she still doesn't feel that support from Ross because he's not there. So she feels like, why would she have another baby when they're already struggling to support each other right now? And to be honest, I can't sit up here and act like I don't hear what Sonya is saying. I think she makes a valid point, to be honest. I really do. I think she makes a valid point. I don't think that she's on some bullshit here. I do think that she makes a valid point. I do feel like, why would you be trying to get out here and have another baby when at the same point in time it's like y'all barely got time for each other right now? With another baby, that's gonna be more to put on Sonya because you always gone. So she's gonna need that extra help. And yes, she got her sister, but she got her own life. And yeah, her parents are there, but they got their own life too. So it's like you need to be there with her for this second child. But you can't all the time just simply because of the fact that you got to go out there and handle your business and do what a man is supposed to do, which is to protect and provide for your kids. I mean, that's just the truth. But at the same point in time, it's just like, you know, whatever. So that's the way I feel in regards to the situation. Her sister said don't have another child. I feel like Sonya don't need to have no other child until they really know where they at as far as time. Because if you don't have time for your wife and one other child, what the hell make you think you're gonna have time for your wife and 2 children? That's all I'm saying. It may not be the right time because, timing is everything when it comes down to certain situations. It's all about timing when you want to quit your job. It's all about timing when you want to have a baby. It's all about timing when you want to get married. Timing, timing, timing. Timing is the biggest thing. So I think that Sonya has a right to question it on whether or not it would be a good idea for her to go out and have a baby right now. It may not be in her best interest to have one. It may not be in her best interest to have one, at least not right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna fault her for that. Um, so we get into Candy, Sheree, and Marlo. They're at Sheree and Marlo arrive at a sauna, and they invite Candy because they want to have a conversation with Candy about her lack of being a friend. Candy arrives. She's not going in the sauna because she got something else, somewhere else to be. So they ask her about the shot, and she discussed how it was shooting the shot and how the first scene that she had was a sex scene, was a sex scene, which she knew was required with this particular role that she got, but she didn't know that that would be the first scene that she had to do. So Sheree comes and says, "We had a great relationship when we were the Smalls. I've been to your house, I've been for holidays, I've hung out with your family and stuff like that. So I just feel very disappointed that you would not check up on me when I'm going through what I'm going through. And you know that I'm going through something and you're not checking up on me." And Candy was like, "I was going to wait for you to tell me what you had going on." I don't know why Sheree is making this thing a big deal. Girl, the man is not dead. The man stood you up at a damn cafe in the streets of Philly, and you act like you are grieving over a damn loss of a man. That Why would she be calling to check up on you anyway when you are contemplating getting back with the nigga anyway? She would be wasting her damn time calling you, checking up on you to see how you doing and seeing if you okay. This is very miscellaneous, Sheree. And on top of that, let's talk about it. Let's really get into it. You want to talk about how y'all hung out? Let's just say it. She's hung out. She's invited you to her house. She's invited you to personal events. She's had you around her family. Have you invited her around your family? Have you had her around your friends? Have you had her at your functions if you can afford to throw one? Have you ever had her at anything that was very important to you? I don't think so. And what's funny to me is, the candy hate train is so prominent right now. And this is not me speaking, and let me just make this clear because I know people would try to use this as a way to try to get me together because they know about it. First of all, if you've been watching Scotty by Nature TV back when he was Mr. Still Standing, everybody knows that I've always been Team Candy. Always been Team Candy. Candy has always been my favorite Atlanta housewife. Always have. Why? Because she was a part of my favorite girl group, Escape. And on top of that, she was my favorite in that group. So Candy has always been my fave. But when it come down to it, I've always called her out when she was in the wrong as well. So I had to say that to say this because people say, "Oh, Candy paying you. Candy sent you that care package, and now you want to defend her." Child, I've been Team Candy long before she even knew who the fuck I was. Let's just make that clear. Don Juan knew about me before she knew about me. So let's just be honest, okay? Now, the candy hate train is real, in my opinion. The candy hate train is fucking real. Why? Because I see people saying that Phaedra was right. Candy needs to be a good friend to Sheree. But when has Sheree ever been a good friend to Candy? Let's just look at the material. You can be the judge of it. Let's just look at the material. Sheree has never been loyal to nobody but Kim. When they was in the Smalls, Sheree threw Candy under the bus about the whole black baby stuff to Kim. Or when Kim came back in season 10, Kim was talking trash about Candy. And do you think Sheree went back and told Candy anything? She sat there, laughed at it, listened to it, talking about, "Ooh, this is getting juicy." So my thing about this is, why are you expecting so much out of Candy when you don't give anything? And that's one thing that I can't stand about fraudulent, fake ass people. They want you to give so much to them. And when you give them the same thing they give you, which is nothing, they want to get mad. I know as a person that gives a lot to their friends, I give you what the fuck you give to me. If you don't give me shit, I'm not going to give you shit. That's the mentality that I have now. At the age of 33, I ain't got time to be overcompensating to show a person that I'm friends with them. I don't have time to do that. And I feel like Sheree is just creating this issue because she wants a storyline, because Tyrone is not around to be her storyline. And she got Marlo in her fucking ear and she's being a damn follower. Okay. And Marlo is making this Sheree shit her damn issue. And then Candy and Marlo get into it, and Candy and Marlo wants to bring up the fact that she was a foster child. First of all, I don't give a fuck about you being a foster child. You being a fucking foster child ain't got nothing to do with you being a complete asshole to somebody who ain't did nothing to you. And then again, we go back to the Candy hate train that's on social media. Really in Housewives Twitter. I don't even know how the fuck I wind up in Housewives Twitter because that shit is just disgusting and toxic as fuck. But it's so many people that can't stand Candy for whatever reason, which is the Nene, Phaedra, and Portia fans. They can't stand her. So they find any reason to go up for anybody that's going against her. So they say it's about time they call Candy out. It's about time they hold her accountable. What exactly are we holding Candy accountable for? That is the problem that I'm having with this. What exactly are we holding Candy accountable for? Because Candy ain't did a motherfucking thing to Sheree nor Marlo. And the fact that Marlo want to sit up here and talk about what Candy don't like. My thing is they talking about Candy don't help them. Candy don't do this. Why the fuck y'all looking for a grown ass woman to help y'all out when y'all got the same opportunities as she do? Y'all are on the same motherfucking platform as she is, but yet y'all don't do a damn thing for your damn selves. She ain't got to give you no helping hand for no business shit or nothing like that. She ain't obligated to do a motherfucking thing for y'all. Who are you? That's the part I'm trying to understand. Who the fuck are y'all? That somebody got to bow down to y'all and do shit for y'all. Marlo was full of it because she was the one who said Candy gave her monetary support for her nephews. Candy gave her a reality show. Candy did so much shit for Marlo, and then it's just like Marlo turns around and say, Candy don't do this, Candy don't do that, Candy don't do this, Candy don't do that. Marlo is fake as fuck, and Sheree is fake as fuck too. Cause let's be real, Sheree, you doing everything you can to keep that peach because you know they fire your ass every other season. You trying to make the third time be the goddamn charm. That's what you trying to do. You not moving like an OG. You moving like a follower. You moving like a goddamn follower. You and Marlo sitting up here trying calling yourself because when Marlo was on Carlos King's podcast, she pretty much said, "No, you gonna work for this check." She probably got Sheree in her. She probably got up in Sheree's ear, probably said, "That bitch making all this money. She making more money than all of us, and she coasting by. Now we're gonna make her work for that check." Who the fuck are y'all? That's my thing, and this is why I'm having a challenge with the people that don't like Candy that says we are so glad that somebody is holding Candy accountable. But what the fuck are we holding her accountable for? She ain't did shit to these girls. So what are we holding her accountable for? And then Candy goes off on them, and she said it's frustrating because she's trying to do so much. It ain't like Candy is just sitting around her house twiddling her thumbs, not doing shit. This woman got a daughter that's in college. This woman got two small children, multiple businesses, and she's working her ass off. She ain't got time for y'all. It's just that simple. She ain't got time for y'all. She don't. And if y'all need her, call her. That's what I tell my friends. Cause we in our 30s. I don't talk to all my friends every day. Most of my childhood friends are married, they got kids. I'm not expecting to hear from them every day. Like, I had three of my childhood friends over here at my house last night watching the BET Awards. I haven't seen them girls in months. Honestly, I ain't seen none of them girls in months. Period. In months. Because we don't have time for each other like that these days. Like, we're not teenagers and we're not in our early to mid 20s. I work, I do YouTube. That's what I do. Like, I'm grinding. I'm trying to get my checks. So what are you saying? Like, I work my ass off. Everybody knows that. So I don't have time to see about people all the time. And then on top of that, it's just crazy to me because Marlo, girl, folks ain't no mind readers. If you need somebody to be there for you for something, call them and let them know. I'm pretty sure they'll come and see about you. I'm pretty sure they will try to help you out as much as they possibly can. But you want somebody to kiss your ass and baby y'all. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. And then Sheree talking about a tantrum. Candy wasn't throwing no damn tantrum. She was just frustrated with you fake ass hoes. That's all that was. Then I said I was gonna stop saying that word. Oh well. They annoying me. So Sonya and Sharon, they cooking for Aaron because Aaron is on his way back home from work after being gone for so long. Aaron returns to a private dinner. Sonya's in her little dress. You know, he's definitely loving what he's seeing right now. And they start talking about support and how Sonya be feeling like the support is not necessarily there all the time because he's always gone, and she knows what he's trying to do. Like he's trying to keep the money going into the family. He's trying to do what a man is supposed to do, and all of that other good stuff. But sometimes she doesn't feel as though the support is really there. Sometimes, and sometimes the support, and I understand where she coming from with that. Sometimes we do feel like the support really ain't there, and sometimes we need more than what we got sometimes. And I understand her. And he understands too. And she says that she doesn't want another child because of the support situation. And he still feels like they can still come through everything that they've already been through and still be able to raise another child. And he's like, that's not going to change my mind. I understand your feelings. I'm very sensitive to how you feel. So I understand how you feel, but that's not going to change my mind about me wanting another child. I still want another child. And to be honest, I understand him too. I mean, like she has her wants, he has his. Like he's sympathetic to how she feels, but that doesn't curb his want and need for another child. And she was like, so what if I ultimately decide that I don't want another child? Would you resent me for that? And he was like, to be honest, I really can't answer that. I don't know. That was a sad way to put it, but it's a real answer. It's a real answer because he does want another baby. And, she doesn't. She's fine with the life that they already have. She's thinking about the future. She's thinking about whether or not he's going to be there if she has another baby. You know what I mean? Like he's gone all the time. He's doing this all the time. He's doing that all the time. So she probably feels as though, how are we going to be able to do this? And you know what I'm saying? You're gone. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand it. Trust me, I understand it quite honestly. I definitely do. I just think that it may just be a situation where it may have to be some compromising in it. Maybe I don't know, but you know we'll just have to figure it. Like I just feel like they'll have to figure it out as it comes. But right now, it may not be in their best interest to have a baby. I just don't think so. But I feel like that was a real conversation. I may not like Sonya right now, but I do feel like that's a real conversation. Like I can appreciate them for giving us something real to work with on this show. It didn't seem like it was staged or nothing like that. It seemed like it was real, genuine. This is probably something they've been dealing with since before the show. So now Sheree is back in her Family Dollar bag trying to get She by Sheree off the ground and stuff like that. She talking about she's been working on She by Sheree for X amount of years. She's hired some new people and now she's finna try to get it off the ground. And she's saying, and everybody's been waiting for it. Girl, who? Girl, who been waiting on it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's been waiting on it? Who's been waiting on it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's waiting? Who's been waiting for it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Like who the fuck been waiting on it? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just crazy to me. Like I'm like, girl, okay, but I guess we could give her some type of credit for trying to do more, I guess, whatever. So Marlo and her nephews was out talking, and she had them like wiping down Lee archive or whatnot, working around the building and things of that nature. And I'm guessing the nephew's got an older sister. She's like 27, so she's very there's a big gap in age, so of course they're not that close. And she was basically saying that she's trying to get her niece to talk to her sister and get her niece to talk to her mom rather, and see if they can work things out or whatever, because she feels like they need to talk and work things out and stuff like that. So their family is crazy and all of that good stuff. Child, listen, At some point, you gotta, and I can only speak for for the things that I've experienced. Some shit you just gotta stop trying to force. Like some people may have good intentions. Honestly, you may have good intentions. Period. But at the same point in time, you just gotta let things just fall wherever the hell they may. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for me, my mother, for as long as I've been alive, has never really had a relationship with my grandmother. Like she has never had a relationship with her, and I understand why, because there's a lot of things that has happened. There were things where there were things that happened like long beforehand. And it's like I feel like, when a person is abused by their parent and the parent does not necessarily own up to their mistakes or own up to what they did in said situation, then it's kind of like, you know, what do you do? And I'm just gonna be real about the situation. People have tried to make my mother like get along with her mama, like, you need to let it go, you need to do this, you need to do that. You can't tell nobody. And that's what I tell people. You cannot tell nobody when is it a good time to forgive someone. You can't tell nobody what they're supposed to do. You can't tell nobody that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell nobody shit about how they feel in regards to parents and stuff like that. Sometimes you just got to stay the fuck up out of it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you got to stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay out of it. So it's like, it is what it is. That's how I feel about it, child. So I think that Marlo needs to stand. I know that as an aunt, she wants to see her sister and her sister's daughter get along, but it's like, girl, let it go. You can't, just because people are family, they don't mean they got to fuck with each other. That's how I feel. That's where I'm at with it right now at the age of 33. That's how I feel. So now we get into Candy, Kenya, and Moyetta. Kenya tells Candy that Marlo's been talking about her, like she was talking shit about her, giving, gracefully used clothes to her charity and all this other stuff, and basically trying to say that she wasn't a friend. And Candy was like, she feels like Marlo is trying to set up this hate train against her, and basically trying to, basically her and Sheree coming at her about friendship when they don't give the same thing that they want her to give and all of this other stuff. So it's just like, girl, get the fuck out of here. And so, they was talking about the argument at the sauna and how she kind of went off on them just due to the fact that she was very frustrated with them. And then Candy and Kenya had this long drawn out argument about these damn vibrating panties. I'm over this whole topic. I am like, we get it, Kenya. You were uncomfortable. We get it, Candy. You're not trying to understand where somebody else is coming from. I don't want to hear the words vibrating panties ever again. I'm over it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this conversation. Now, what I can say is I'm glad that they were able to talk about it and then move forward. And that's what friends do. Like, we can get past some things. Like, we can argue, we can disagree, and then we can move the fuck on. Like, that's just what it is. That's how I feel about it. So that's how I feel. It's just like, no. I just think that I just think that this was enough shit. I'm over it, and whatever. like let's get over it. Like let's stop talking about this. Like, we get it. You don't want your shit vibrated, Candy. You want to vibrate, we good. Everybody ain't got to be down with the vibrating panties and the dildos. Everybody ain't got to be down with it. Period. What I ain't finna talk about me, but everybody ain't got to be down with that shit. Okay, period. But I'm glad, like I said, they can show real friendship and be able to agree to disagree and just move the fuck on. Because sometimes, like, it's good to get it's good to have a healthy debate about something and just say, listen, I respectfully disagree. You know what I mean? Like, we're never gonna see eye to eye on this, and we could just move on. Because I say that to my friends a lot of the times. Like, I don't like, sometimes old stuff will come up. And then I immediately get uncomfortable because I don't like speaking on old shit and opening up old wounds and stuff. And I'd be like, look, we ain't gonna never agree on this. Let's move on. Like, that's how I feel. So, whatever. Um, so it's time for the drop it with Drew thing. Sonya claims that she wants to be in a good place with Drew. That's what she say. I don't know where she stands. One minute Sonya want to be for Drew. The next minute Sonya want to be cool with Drew. Which one is it? So they make it to the Drop It With Drew event. Marlo comes in and doesn't speak to Candy, walk right past her. And then Sonya turns to Ralph for advice in regards to Ross. Girl, why are you turning to Ralph of all damn people for advice? Do you not see how much of a gaslighter he is and you want to take some advice from him? Girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit your ass down, don't be asking him for no damn advice. Shit. Don't be asking him for nothing. Girl, are you serious? Don't be asking him for no damn advice. So Marlo comes over to Candy. She speaks to Candy, and Candy said, but you just saw me. You just saw me and you didn't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? You just saw me and you didn't say shit to me. Period. Hold on, you guys. Like, you just saw me and you didn't say nothing to me. She said, I didn't see you. I saw you at the corner of my eye. And then, Candy said, and I also heard that you was talking shit about me behind my back. And then she said, but this is Drew's event and we're going to respect Drew. So as they're doing their workouts and stuff like that, Todd gets a phone call. He gets Candy up. He says, get your stuff. And then she gets her stuff. They run outside. Sheree and Marlo trying to figure out what's going on. Moyetta go outside and she was like, are y'all good? Finds out there was an intruder on their property, so they got to go. So Drew explains her business. Come to find out, she's just the face of somebody else's business. It's not necessarily hers or somebody else's. So then Moyetta addresses the Candy ambush. She's basically like, in so many words, Moyetta is like, okay, this is great. We're having a great time, but I want to know what y'all said about my friend. Period. That's the way I would be. I like, look, I understand, but I heard that she was talking about my friend, so we need to get this out the way. And then, Kenya and Marlo starts going at it with each other to the point to where I ain't never seen Kenya be that pissed. Kenya told her she'll fuck her up and everything. And then when she said she'll fuck her up, Marlo starts running towards Kenya. Like, Kenya was pissed, okay? And I'm Team Kenya. I'm actually Team Kenya on this. I'm not Team Twirl, but I'm Team Kenya because Marlo is full of shit. I don't see how anybody could be friends with that woman. Marlo don't want to be friends. She wants someone to spar with on camera for a peach. She wants to make these manufactured beefs up, and it's really ridiculous to me. And I'm glad that Kenya got her ass together. Cause Marlo likes to antagonize and start shit, and I'm really over Marlo. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Go somewhere and sit your ass down somewhere. And you wonder why you in the predicament you in. And so Kenya leaves, and then, Sonya apologizes to Drew. They hug each other. All is forgiven, I guess. And then, Sonya starts talking about her marital issues with Ross and all of this other stuff. Again, I don't know why you talking to Drew and Ralph about marital issues when you see how the fuck they marriage looks. Okay, period. I don't know why you talking to them, but whatever. Candy and Todd gets home. They find out about the intruder. He was saying that he knew them and all of that other stuff, and they just came home to see if Katrina and the kids are okay, and that's all that really matters, as long as they're good. So that was pretty much the gist of this episode. It was a good episode, to be honest. All these beefs is coming into fruition, and then I think next week Sheree's friend Fatum comes in, and she really has a hard on for Drew and Ralph. She really does, and I can already tell that she's going to be keeping up a whole lot of bullshit this season. Fatum is something else for herself. She's going to be like coming for Drew hard. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. So, you guys, with that being said, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, all my social media from my Twitter to my IG to my TikTok will be down in the description box. With that being said, you guys, it's be your boy Scotty, and I'm out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Peace.